Hi, Sequoia here, PUEO Ridge Farms. And today, homesteaders out there, I'm going to teach you a little bit about how solar works. And right now we are the longest nights and the shortest days. So those of you that are on solar are probably having some blackouts. I know for me, I've been 2 weeks in the blackout just because we switched over to another system. And it just hasn't quite been working right. So for those of you that are using lithium ion batteries, from what I've been told, you can run those down to about 10 or 15% of the battery capacity. And with our typical lead acids that you get from Costco or any of, O'Reilly's, any of those places, those you can only run down about 50%. So you got to be a little more careful with those. So we are using a 24 volt system on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of our units, and then on one of our units we're using a 12. I don't know why, it just turned out that way. So at the 12 we have 12 volt batteries, and we have them in series of 4. So each one of these is a 12 volt, and you don't connect them all together to make a 12 times 4. You connect them separately so they fill in, and use as a 12 volt. So I'm going to explain to you a little bit about, most of us are on a 24 volt. So we buy batteries at 6 volts. So this is a 6 volt, 6 volt, 6 volt, 6 volt to make a 24 volt system. Now sometimes you want a little more energy, right? So we end up, let's see, how can we make this look really pretty? There we go. I ran out of the smaller cute rainbow glasses. Then you would connect these 6 volt, 6 volt, 6 volt, 6 volt, 24 series, and then 24 volt series. So what you're doing is you're connecting 2 series in parallel. It's exactly what it looks like. And then when you do hook your batteries up too, make sure that you leave a little space in between them just so that they don't overheat one another. And I can't remember why. There was another reason why. So anyways, we are going to compare sunshine energy to orange juice. So we've got this orange, sun comes down, right? We got this beautiful sunshine that we're then going to fill up all of our batteries, okay? 6 volt has full juice. Each battery has all its good stuff. Oh, and that does happen too, right there, that example. It sucks because it usually means when your batteries is funky and you're gonna have to get another battery. Now, if that battery is not running properly, say it's running at a 3 volt or a 5 even, it'll drag your entire system down. So what you're gonna need to do is either take it separately off the system and charge it with a 6 volt charger, or keep it connected to the other one and run it as a 12. Or I guess you could do the whole thing as 24, but it'll take a lot longer because it still wants to go into these other ones. But you want to fill up that one. Okay, so we're filling this one up with sunshine. Lots of energy. Woohoo! So right now we're stoked, right? We're running on a full system, and a lot of times too, 24 volts will go up to, I've even seen it as high as a 28 volt. So that's pretty killer. That's usually when it's floating, meaning the energy from the solar panel comes straight down and goes right into the house. It doesn't fill it because the battery's already filled. So it goes straight into whatever your demand is, right? Your refrigerator is usually the biggest one. And by the way, get 1.6 volt refrigerators now. Don't mess with the 6 and the 7s. They will suck you dry. And I hope you guys know this, but no hot kettles, curling irons, toaster ovens, hair dryers, blenders can be a little bit tricky. Look for their voltage. Anyways, so here we are, voila. It's a beautiful day. You can see the sun shining in. Batteries are getting full. But right now, like I said, shortest days of the year. So, okay, well, okay. Wow, this is really good orange juice. And I always put a little bit of vanilla in my orange juice to make it extra yummy. Okay, so that's not so bad. Wow, I drank those all kind of evenly. Huh, good job. So it looks like it's about 3/4 full. So you're still fine, right, for the evening. You got 3/4 full of your batteries, but let's say you've had some bad weather days, like in Puna, where it rains for 3 days straight, or up in Koloko, or even Holualoa, right? And up here in Hawaii. So we just had a pretty big bout of rain and wind. And knocked our batteries down to below half on some of the systems, not everybody's. But the people that were still cheating their system, like it's still been sunny days, that's where they're at. Okay. So 2 or 3 days go by, beep, beep, beep. Your inverter is yelling at you. You have to turn it off. You got to go sexy and light all the candles. I've been going sexy for 2 weeks. Well, not really. Just the ambiance is sexy. So here we are, and we're like, damn, I have no electricity. I can't charge my phone. I can't charge my computer. And on days like this, too, do not charge your computer and your phone at night. Only charge them in the day. Another good example. And also put your refrigerators on timers to go on and off every 2 to 4 hours. And it won't be a constant. All right, so now we're having a big, beautiful day today. All right, so ooh, we got some good juice flowing, right? This big Hawaii sunshine coming down. And we're filling up all of our batteries and everything's super, oh my gosh, it's doing well. But we've only really filled up 3/4. Okay, so in other words, it's still not at max capacity. So you still can't use it as max capacity. So like I said, charge your computers in the day, charge your phones in your car, just be conscientious. Don't leave your Christmas lights on all night. Don't leave your Christmas tree on, even though it's so tempting right now because it is Christmas and it's so pretty. Maybe even unplug all of your chargers that aren't being used in the house, or things that are, plugged in that definitely you're not being used, because it does actually take electricity away even when you're not using them. So here we are. We're like, okay, so that was what we got for the day. Night comes. Oop. Uh-oh. It's happening again. And now we're half or below half. And beep, 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 it goes on again. And everyone's like, but we had plenty of sun today. Yeah, we did. But those 2 to 3 days that were gray brought us way down, like to 1/4. So they needed a whole day just to even get up above half. And then, we used it again. So allow your batteries to fully charge. So what I'm saying is to be conscientious on even the sunny day, because it's still filling up. And you can go down and look at your inverter. Your inverter will tell you, or I'm sorry, your charge controller. Your charge controller will tell you, like, hey, yo, you're only at 23.5, right? Or I was working with these Delico batteries, which I hate to say it, don't get Delico. They're super sensitive, and you have to have them above a 24.2 always, which is a 24-volt system. Who would have thought that? In fact, 3 of my solar installers didn't know that, and so now all my batteries are basically POW after 14 months. A $415 battery is done after a year. That's pretty freaking expensive. And I bought 12 of them. So be very conscientious of what your running loads are for your batteries too. So anyway, I hope that makes sense. I don't know if I can drink any more juice. I gotta call my friends in. So yeah, just being conscientious of what the days were before. Knowing how to even read your inverter is a great thing. Um, uh, and knowing too, like if you hear one little beep, that's a warning. And then if you hear beep, that means help me, you gotta turn me off. You know, we can't go below this or we're gonna ruin the batteries. So there you have it. I hope it makes a little more sense. And cheers to off-grid living.